Bendiciones. So I'm in a different angle. I see I moved to this side to see. Um, I don't know. I still have to clear out some of the stuff back there because, oh my gosh. Um, Also, here at we've lived here for a long time. I think mm, like 15 years. I think like we've lived here in this here. So it's hard. Like I think when you've been somewhere so long to like move, to like up and go because you get comfortable, you get a lot of stuff, you accumulate a lot of stuff, and you're just, you're used to everything, and especially like used to like the house, the neighborhood, you have your set routine of like where you like to go to the store, where you like to go get your coconuts, where you like to go get your chelas, or whatever. And you already know your neighbors and like after so long. So, but where I'm at here, the the neighbor, um, her son, recently moved back in with her. Her older son, he's older than me, so I don't know because they have a sister, and she's also older than me, a little bit older than me. But I remember her like growing up. I would come around this neighborhood. I had a friend that lived around in this neighborhood, and like we would see her, like the neighbor, the daughter of the neighbor. But she moved out. She left. She lived there for a while and then she left. But now her son moved in, and he's older already. But oh my gosh, like he drinks a lot at night, so he gets drunk at night, and he goes and he paces back and forth, and he knocks like on the fence, like he'll stay knocking on the fence, which is our fence, and he taps on it. So then the dogs like go like start barking, and then he like talks to himself, like he just in the middle of the night, like what time right now, it's like 1 a.m. So around this time is usually when he does it, so I have to stay like trucha, and he'll go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and he will knock on the fence and talk. So then the dogs start barking, and I don't know, it's just like a big old thing. And then the like I went out there one time, and I was like sitting out there in the dark. He didn't know I was out there, and he like he got a ladder, and he was peeking over the fence, and then I saw him, and I was like, "Hey!" And like I used to talk to the lady, the neighbor lady before, the sister and the mom and the dad too. But then the son, I don't know if you parents out there know, but there's this website called MegansLaw, and you go on it and you can type in like your address or a address or a name, and it'll tell you convicted child molesters that live around your neighborhood. And the reason why they started it was because there was a little girl named Megan, and across the street from her, molester was released, and he did something to her, or he killed her, and so then they started Megan's Law. So now they have to be. Actually, I don't know if that's. I think it's nationwide. Pretty sure. I'm not sure if it's just here in California, but I know in some states they make convicted child molesters have like a sign in their front yard that says convicted child molester lives here. They have to wear like a sweatshirt, or on their back of their car it has to say that they're convicted child molester. And here, like, they're very protective over child molesters. It's weird. Like, for one Halloween in one of the neighborhoods here, I think like in Chula Vista, they told the or I don't know actually where it was. I think it was close to the border, or it might have been like San Isidro, or it could have been Los Angeles. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those ones close to the border, because that was one of the reasons why they did it. And when they told them for one Halloween that they didn't want any of the convicted child molesters to hand out candy, and that they had to put a sign on their door saying no candy here, and they couldn't put decorations or anything like that, which I think like that should be like a given, you know, because you go to a lot of trick-or-treating places and there's always like the one guy that has like the bowl of candy on his lap, you know, take one of these, you know, and that's just their chance to be talking to all kinds of kids. So the convicted child molesters were saying that they were getting targeted, or they were getting harassed by people in the neighborhood, so that it wasn't fair for them to have to do that. So I think they stopped that. I don't know. That's like not close to us, but I remember like I read something about that, because we were wondering like, why are they allowed to celebrate Halloween, so, or something like that. Anyways, the person, the son that moved in, or supposedly moved in, he's on that list. So now like I'm not really friendly with them, you know, after that. So, and I have seen him out, and he'll, like, I was moving this piece of, like, I found something. I don't do it anymore, but like I found this cool like wooden table. Somebody had it for free, and like I don't do it anymore, but I used to like to get things like that. And so I got it, and then I was bringing it to the house, and then I was parked in front of the house, and I was trying to bring it in, and he came over and he was like, "Hey, want me to help you with that?" And I was like, "No, I got it, thanks." I don't even think I said thanks. I was just like, "No, I got it." Like, not even looking at him. Like, I usually try to be nice to people, you know. So, but I was just letting him know, like, So he was doing that thing where he was like knocking on the fence, and like just all the time, just being out there, and all the time trying to talk to me, but not anymore, because after that, like, I remember I was telling him, I was like, "Where's your mom?" When he was peeking over the fence. I was like, "I'm gonna tell your mom." He's like, "She's sleeping right now. Do you want me to go wake her up?" And I was like, "No, I want you to leave me alone. I want you to stop, you know." And so then the next day, like, I was talking to the mom. Oh, because I started taking the fence down, like part of the fence, because I'm the one that put it up. So I started taking part of the boards down, and because he hides like on the other side of the fence, and so then I was taking the boards down. Anyways, I have to replace it, because it's like, it's an old fence. You know, I put it up, like, we've been here 15 years, and I probably, when we first moved here, we put it. So, you know, it's old. So then the mom like saw that I was taking the woods down. She goes, "Oh, do you want me to give you more tablas, like more woods?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna take it down, and I'm gonna put a camera up here so I can watch." Because her son would like hide, like tap on it and then just hide there, and the dog would bark because he would just do weird stuff, you know. So then she goes, "You know, why? ¿Por qué?" She speaks in Spanish. And then I was telling her, you know, about her son, and then she said, "Oh, it's because he drinks at night." Like if that was an excuse, then I was just gonna be like, "Oh, okay," and that he just drinks at night, and that's why, like, he talks to himself and hits the fence, I guess. I don't know. So I don't know. He's, you know, he's like one of those bald Mexican guys. So I don't like that was like I had already wanted to move from here, like move into out of the city. And like I've been dragging my feet to do it because again, like having like so much stuff and so much time and having been here so long, and it's just hard. It's hard to do that, to just like let go. And then it's scary. It's a scary thing, like change is scary, but like that is like, I don't know, like you tend to feel like safe where you're at in your house. And so like I knew that I know that I wanted to. I've been knowing that I wanted to, but then still like slow with the thing, to actually do it. But then the thing with him, so it's like, oh, it's just like a push, to do it, to find somewhere to go. And then I think like, well, do I want to move like out of California, into another state, to somewhere like where, like, and that's been the question, like where. And it's not about like running, like, how things are changing, and to run to another place, but more as it's very expensive in California, for one thing. And also just like when uh shit hits the fan, when things happen, I feel like being around people that are also of similar, like in a lot of people are making those little eco villages where they like a little community village where they live together and they community farm and stuff like that. Something like that I would like, but a lot of those are really spiritually based, like Christian based or something like that. You have to be of the same religion, and that is just kind of like where it's hard when you don't really are part of like one like church or one religion like that. So it's just finding the where. But I got that little push again, because of the guy next door. And I don't know, it's been pretty quiet lately, but still, I don't want like for something else to have to happen. But like for the most part, I guess he's like left us alone. I've been taking down the fence like little by little, but I'll record so you could see how, like, I just take down it's like a wood fence, and I just took down part. Mostly I was taking it down in parts because I have the dog, so they could get used to seeing them all the time. Oh, and there's also like when we moved in, there was just a short chain link fence, like a short one. I think it's like a 4-foot one, like a little one. And so at that time it was the neighbor, the older lady, her husband, and then the daughter that is kind of my age, but I think she's like 5 years old or something like that. And then her kids live there too. Her kids live there. So they were there, and like when we first moved in, we just wanted to be friendly with everybody, and then so it was like the little short chain link fence. And, we wanted privacy, and every time I would go out into the backyard, she would come out, and I know she did it on purpose, and she'd be like, "Hola," and start talking, and then I'd be like, "Ah," and then my mom would tell me to tell her like that you're busy and not that you don't have time to talk right now or something. She's like, "Don't let her," but I didn't want to have like, I was just like, "Oh, okay, I'll put a fence up." And then I thought, oh, well, surely she won't pay for half of it. But, oh, no. Because she said she wants to put a brick wall or something like that. But anyways, so we put the fence up for, like, privacy reasons. But then when the son started using it, like, tapping on it. And so we put it in front of the chain link fence. And then we didn't even know that they were like putting stuff between the chain link fence and the other fence, like putting stuff there. So I don't know. There's just like some neighbors like that are like rude, and take advantage of like other neighbors. Like I don't know, like I feel like it's rude when you have like a whole bunch of cars and you park them all over in front of everybody's house, and then like you don't leave it for people to have like their be able to park in front of their house, or have people to come over and park in front of their house, or and then they have like, I swear they probably have like 6 cars and they park them all over. Well, it's now that the sun is there, and then they have like junked up cars that they have that they don't even move them for like, I know in other states they're really strict, but here in California supposedly you can't have a car for more than 3 days in one spot. But they don't have the police department doesn't monitor that. They have volunteers that do it, and the volunteers don't really do it. So cars can be, I mean, the one cars have been out there for years without moving, and that's it. And then they have their other cars that they park in front of everybody's houses, and they're leave them there for like a long time, and then oil leaking cars. And I don't know why I'm sitting here ranting about my neighbor, so dumb, but that's why, like I was saying, that I wanted to to go. But like I said, it's been quiet for a while, but still, it's like, it's quiet right now is when I should be making my plans and my moves and doing all of that stuff, not waiting until it's like, oh, like in anger or stress or nothing, not like that. Just, so little by little, I'm trying to, like, I haven't been bringing back stuff. Like, I like used to like to go get things. I haven't been getting stuff, and I've been getting rid of like a lot of stuff, getting rid of like a lot of things, trying to get rid of stuff. And the thing about that is, I didn't used to have the like a, I would say it's like a hoarding or collector thing, but like to hold on to things. I didn't used to have that habit. But when my mother, or my grandmother, she's my grandmother, biological grandmother, but she's my mother. When she passed away, I took on her karma of that. So I've been having to work through that because I've just held on to things. And it's like, I know that that's not how, like, I wasn't like that before. And I didn't have like, like an issue with that. So, I've been, like acknowledging that, and then like trying to, work it. And I'm gonna stop talking about my neighbors.